Years of serving families who are striving to improve their lives has presented some challenges, but also much greater reward for those who are part of this program. Through these 25 years of service, there have been changes in laws, rules, and regulations. Can I just say welfare reform? As well as changes in the trends of families who are enrolled in this program. Even with that reality, due to the dedication and determination of staff and participants, FADS has persevered and thousands of parents have been successful in changing and improving their lives. In 1989, when the program began serving families, there were 7 organizations that implemented the program. And the first year appropriation from the 1988 General Assembly was a whopping $690,000. Over the years, that appropriation has increased and the number of organizations providing the service has grown, and soon families in all 99 counties can enroll. Today, FADS receives the highest level of funding in its history. Thousands of families have benefited from the skills and knowledge of the trained and certified family development specialists, and the program has the support of both chambers of the legislature and of the administration, regardless of party affiliation. So, at this point, I would like every person in the audience who has anything to do with FADS to please stand. You may be the executive director, you may be the bookkeeper, you may be the financial officer, you may be a family development specialist. Please stand. Remain standing. It was the desire of the Iowa Community Action Association Board of Directors to read to you our affirmation. The Iowa Community Action Association Board of Directors takes this moment to affirm and honor the work and service of the hundreds of the members of the Family Development and Self-Sufficiency Program. Your exemplary dedication to the success of the parents and the children in the FADS program is an example for others to follow. Your ongoing commitment to improving the FADS program is appreciated and respected by others in the Community Action Network. Your unending belief in the potential of families and your ability to connect with them to help people change their lives. Is a core value of community action, and you embody it each and every day. So, on behalf of the ICAA board, we affirm and honor all that you do and encourage each of you to continue to fulfill the mission of FADS, improve the lives of families at risk of long-term dependency by creating opportunities for self-sufficiency. So happy 25th anniversary to this important program. I would like each of the executive directors of the FADS grantees to pick up a copy of the proclamation that was read in the legislature this year. And also everyone who's a member of the IFTA Legislative Committee would also pick up a copy of the proclamation. They will be at the registration table.
Okay, thanks, Alana. Great, thanks to all of you. We're going to move on to the next portion of the program today, and I'm really excited that I get to do the introduction of our next speaker. I'm just so happy that Jeannie Chapin is here with us today. I'm excited about it for a couple of reasons. You know, I'm excited that we all get to hear from her and hear her perspective from the federal agency that is so important to community action, and tell us a little bit about her work at that level. But frankly, Jeannie, I'm also excited for you to be here to share a little bit of what Iowa Community Action is about with you, and for you to get a little flavor of what we're about here in Iowa, because we're pretty proud of who we are and what we do as a network in the state, and we're just really happy you can be here for this celebration today. So thanks for coming. There's a few things I would like to tell you about Jeannie. She's got her official bio in the little book there that you have in your packet. But there's some other things that I just want to mention. First thing I want you to know about Jeannie is she's a neighbor. Okay, she's from Missouri, and she now works in Washington, D.C. for the Office of Community Services. But as the saying goes, you know, you can take the girl out of the Midwest, but you can't take the Midwest out of the girl, right? And that's a very good thing, because she takes that Midwestern and Missouri sense of priority with her to her job in D.C., and I think that really serves us all well. The second thing I want to tell you about Jeannie is that she started her career at a local community action agency, and she spent a few years working with low-income families at that level before she moved on to work for the state of Missouri as the state CSBG director there in a position similar to mine, and that gave me the opportunity to first get to know Jeannie when she was working in Missouri and I was here in Iowa, and I knew that they had a great network in Missouri as well. And after a few years of working at that level, Jeannie left Missouri to go to work for the National Association of State Community Services Programs. For those of you who may not be familiar with what we refer to as NASCAS, and many of you have heard from Jovita as one of the staff from NASCAS, that's the national association that represents the state offices for CSBG and weatherization. And so Jeannie spent a few years at NASCAS as a lead CSBG specialist in providing training and technical assistance to state CSBG offices around the country, where I also got to know her much better, serving on the board and seeing how she operated and seeing her priorities of how to do business. And then she, from that position, was able, she ended up being appointed to her current job as a director for the Office of Community Services at HHS. Really, our leader in terms of the federal agency governing CSBG and LIHEAP and individual development accounts and many other programs that affect low-income people. And so it's really great to know sort of, you know, the one of us is there now who really knows our network and understands the needs of the people that we serve. And no one, there's just no one better suited to do the work that Jeannie is doing. We're very fortunate to have her in the position that she is. And that brings me to the third thing I want to tell you about her, the reason why she's so well suited to this work. And I've seen it happen time and again from the time that she was in Missouri, she was with NASCAS, and now in her current position, is that Jeannie is driven by a passion to improve the lives of people living in poverty in our country. I mean, it's always her focus. It's always her first line and her last line. And I saw it time and again, especially with NASCAS. You know, when you know, you can get kind of hung up with the bureaucracy and the rules, the regulations, and this and that and the other thing. Jeannie would always take it back to what's right for low-income families. And I just have always appreciated that, Jeannie, and you. It's been a great example to me. It's been a great example to everybody around you. And it's why I know that you're the right person to be where you are today. And I congratulate you on your accomplishments. And I appreciate the work that you're doing and the ongoing challenges that we're facing, some of which I'm sure that you'll talk a little bit about, but I'm glad that you're there. A year ago, I had a chance to go down to the Missouri Community Action Association annual conference, their version of this conference, in Jefferson City. And at that 2 days, I really got a sense of the affection and the admiration and the respect that people in Missouri and in that network have for you, Jeannie. And I think that there's no stronger statement than that comes from people who know you.